Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Movie Time Minute. I know this was very last minute. I just wanted to give a chance to jump in here and tell everybody thank you for the 150 subs. Our first 5, 6 months of this channel, it took us that long to get to 100. And then this month alone, we got over 40 subscriptions and we're at 150 now. And I just think that's fantastic. I've loved getting to meet so many of you. It's been a lot of fun. And I just want to jump in and do that. And then if this lasts 10 minutes, that's fine. I just wanted to get the option or the opportunity to come in here and say that. I did find another webcam. It's not looking like it's going to be as good as my phone either, but that's okay. We'll go with it today and we'll adjust that for next time. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here today, be in this position, and I just wanted to come in and take some of y'all's comments and just have a little bit of fun today, talking anything you guys want to talk about for a few minutes. And again, if this only lasts 10 minutes, that's fine. So let's go ahead and see. We got one person here, it looks like right now. Let's see what he's saying. 80s kid from the 90s. Dude, you have been phenomenal. I appreciate you jumping in so many of these live streams that I've had. It's been a lot of fun. And you've always got some interesting things to say. And anybody that's watching this, whether it's now or a little while later, if you're watching this in a playback, make sure you go to 80s Kid from the 90s. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got a great channel. He's really fun. And I can tell you now, he loved Ahsoka, and I think he liked Loki too this week. So if you're into those kind of things, you're into Star Wars, you're into figures, which I may have something special for you here in a minute with the figures, then go check out his channel. You'll really enjoy it. He said I'm listening to the Jeopardy theme song. That's that's an interesting choice for something to listen to. It also said congratulations, subscribers. Yes, thank you for that, you guys. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Starting January this year. Yeah, that's great, man. You've been doing a great job since you started. I don't think I got started until around March. So you're definitely probably outpacing me on this so far, but I've really just the last few weeks, I feel like I've been hitting my stride a little more and getting more, doing these live streams, things like that, and getting things going. It's been a whole different ball game with that. So, yeah, that's all I got to say with that. I don't even know if this video is getting spread out much. I didn't even have time to put anything in the description or any of that kind of thing. So that's all going to be done afterwards. So maybe some of you guys will get to see this a little while later. I'm also at a kind of an odd time that I'm going live. And what I should be doing right now is finishing editing a couple of review videos that I've got coming out soon. But I guess I'm procrastinating because here I am doing this instead. So, but I didn't want to pass this opportunity. We had actually hit the 150 several days ago, and then we lost some of those subscribers right after hitting it. So I didn't want to do anything quite yet then. But now we've been at 150, now 151 for a couple days now. So I feel safe to jump in and say we're at the mark. So that was the next goal for us. Next goal now is going to be 200. So hopefully we'll get to that pretty soon. I'd love to see 200-300 even by the end of the year. So we'll hope something like that happens. 80s Kid says Toys R Us returns next year. That's awesome. Is it returning in the States? That's good to hear if it is. I don't imagine I'm going to get one anywhere near me. Just where I live, there's nothing here. So, but hey, if you're getting a Toys R Us near where you are next year, then that's awesome. I'm really happy for you there. All right. Okay. Yeah, good to know. Again, if you're just now joining, this is just a fun, free stream today. We're not doing anything major, not covering any particular topics, just taking some questions. I'm really just here to thank you guys for the 150 subs. So that's what this is all about. So since we don't have any more comments yet, I do have something special I want to do for this particular stream. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out now. So I picked up, someone actually asked me the other day who my favorite clone trooper was. And I found out that I'm one of the few of my friends that actually likes the Bad Batch TV show. So, but my favorite is Wrecker from Bad Batch. I think he's a funny character. I have a lot of fun with him. Am I getting in trouble for being on right now? Oh, awesome. Sorry, a little message from the wife, so I was making sure it wasn't nothing major happening. But yeah, Wrecker's my favorite clone trooper from the Bad Batch. He's a lot of fun. He's funny, charismatic. So I really like his character. Well, I just happened across Black Series Wrecker figure. And I know a lot of you keep these figures in boxes and that kind of thing. I'm not going to do that today because I want this figure to sit on my desk for a little while going forward, kind of like the Blue Beetle sit here for a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this Black Series Star Wars Bad Batch Wrecker Mercenary gear here on stream for you guys as part of the 150 subscriber celebration. So if you guys are cool with that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll think of things to say while I'm opening it, so this won't be too boring of an unboxing here. I know I had a lot of fun recording the unboxing for the Blue Beetle, but I just thought, hey, it might be more fun to do this live like this than to pre-record it and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. If I can get this thing open, I'm trying not to mess up the box. I may not have a choice. Cut the tape here. Let's see. Ace Kid says, I don't have that figure. Okay, that's cool. Well, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside here in just a moment. I'll open up my figures. Yeah, I just almost feel like it's a waste to just keep them in the boxes all the time, especially when they're like this and they don't have the clear where you can see through and see the figure. I really hate to leave them in a box when they're like that. Oh, all right. Boy, they got him all mummified in here. And if you're watching this, if you like this kind of thing, let me know, and we might do it more often. I know this isn't something maybe a lot of people might enjoy, but anyways, I feel it's well suited for now since we've been talking a lot of Star Wars on this channel lately. So that's what we're doing. All right, let's set that down there. All right, let's start with these smaller packages. Look at that. You got a box inside a bag. Well, that's cool. We got a little knife. I don't know if you can see that or not on that camera, but we got his knife. Well, they don't make it easy to open either. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I found this at Walmart, and I think it was like $20-something. We got his helmet. Ooh, that's hard to see there. A little bright, ain't it? Maybe you can't see that very well on the camera there with the way that light's shining right beside it. So, before I finish opening that, I'm going to try to share this video real quick, if I can. Just in case somebody don't know I'm live right now. We'll say live now. 150 sub celebration. And we'll post that to community. All right. Let's see what else we can do here. Okay. Got that one up to there. And I think I can go one more place here. And go ahead and share this here as well. Maybe. Computer's being a little slow, it seems. All right. Say live now. And post. Okay, so now maybe some more people will find us and jump in the stream with us here. All right, let's see what else we got going on. 80s kid from the 90s says, unpopular opinion, Ezra had a better personality compared to Luke. Ezra learns from Kanan and Hera to be a good person as well as learning about the Force. Luke learned to become a Jedi. Yeah, I've heard that about Ezra. I've not gotten to witness that myself because I've not watched uh, uh, Rebels yet, but I'm going to start watching Rebels this next week now that I've finished Ahsoka because I wanted that perspective on both sides where I watched Ahsoka without it and then I watch it and then I watch Ahsoka again. So that's my plan right now and see how much I enjoy Ahsoka more on a rewatch after watching Rebels. So I'm excited to try that and see how that goes. 80s Kid also says, outrageous prices, am I right? Yeah, like it's somewhere between like $20 to $30 for this figure. And it was crazy. And I'll share this video. I appreciate that, man. I got a cough today. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, let's open up a little bit more of this figure. See what other pieces we've got in here. We've got his gun. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Is there a good place I can maybe show that? Ooh, yeah, that camera is. I'm not going to use this camera again in the future for sure. That did not work. We've got his little back bling, his backpack here, so that's kind of cool. We'll get that on him once we get him out. He's got some weight to him, I'll say that. That's cool. All right. Oh, that's nice. All right. Here is Wrecker. Get that up a little closer for you. Let that kind of, if it'll focus, it'll be good. It's not focusing real well, unfortunately. So that's kind of difficult to show off. Let's see if I can put his equipment on him. His backpack attached to his back there. There's that. That's kind of cool. We'll put his knife. I think he does have a place for his knife right here on his leg. So we can put that right in there. That's nice. He's got a place for his gun, a little holster on the side, but I think I want to have his gun in his hand. So we'll put, if I can get him on here, put the gun in his hand, like so. And the best way to set him up here. All right, his hand by his knife. Okay, we got that there. And we have the option to put his helmet on him. See how that fits on, if it fits on very well or not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that. There he is with his helmet up close. And there's Wrecker. So thanks for letting me unbox that with you guys live here for celebration for 150 subs. I appreciate that. And I will get a stand for him. I should have some stands somewhere. And we'll have them set up here where everybody can see them for the next little bit. So thank you for indulging me in that there. 80s Kid also says, November will be a hard month. It's almost been a year since we lost the Green Power Ranger. Yes, absolutely. Jason David Frank died almost a year ago. I'll never forget. It was right close to when my birthday happened, and I thought this is an awful birthday gift. But it did happen, and unfortunately, I missed out a couple of different chances to go see him when he was at Arkansas Comic Con and stuff where I live. And I even got, if I can dig it out here, my Dragon Zord there. So I've got this figure here, and I don't know if you can tell looking at it up close. Ooh, that light really shines there. But it does have, it says to David and Jason David Frank. I did get somebody to get a signed figure for me. And I was really glad I got that. Just something signed from Jason David Frank. But unfortunately, I did not get to meet him when he was here for that. So, but I am happy to have that figure. Now everything's knocked down there. Let me see if I can pick it back up. Put it back up. Oh, I don't know if I can or not. If you can't tell by looking, that particular shelf, it's all different versions of Tommy. However, I don't have any White Ranger figures of any kind, so that's unfortunate. And this here is a very heavy piece. But yeah, I don't have anything White Ranger for some reason, and I should have. So hopefully one of these days I'll get something to add to that shelf. That's Tommy as a White Ranger. And I'd like to get something him that's turbo and something. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few things I'd like to get eventually, but Dark Movies, congrats on 150. Thank you, Dark, for joining the stream today. This was very impromptu, just very last minute. Maybe 15 minutes before I went live, I just decided, hey, I'm going to do this and just jump in and say thank you to everybody who got us to 150, got me to 150 subs here on this channel, because that's not something that I actually ever thought was going to happen. I really thought this was just going to be me putting out YouTube videos for the sake of putting out YouTube videos so that I could have a place to talk about the things that I love. And it has turned into a community, and I've met so many great people here, including both of you guys that are in the stream right now. So I appreciate you guys for that. You guys are awesome. And I just wanted to make sure I let you guys know that. And like I said, if you look further back in the video, I opened up this Wrecker figure from Bad Batch Black Series figure. So just kind of did that out of fun, just because I had it to open and I hadn't yet, and I thought this would be a great place to do it. So I did that just a little while ago. 80s Kid says the cavalry has arrived. Yes. We went from 1 to 2, so we got a couple people in here now, so that's fun. Just, if you guys have any questions for me, anything you just want to know more about me, anything like that, this is the time to do that, because I have no topics for this. I'm just here to hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, get your opinions on stuff, let you hear some of my opinions on stuff, anything like that. So if you've got any type of questions or anything you want to bring up, I will answer every one of them up until we decide to end this, because nobody's here. So, or until we run out of things to talk about anyway. I seem to have a cough too, so I apologize for that. All right. 80s Kid says Netflix used to be so cool. So I got to be honest. When they stopped the password sharing stuff, I stopped. So I canceled my subscription to Netflix. There are still, when something big comes out on it that I want to see, I have other ways to watch it. I'll just say that. So I just don't see a point in, because I had like 6 people subscribing, or logging into my Netflix and had different accounts on it. And I get why they're cracking down on that, why they didn't want people doing that. But for me, the amount of money it costs to have that HD version of Netflix at $20 or whatever it is in the US, I just didn't see that as worth it for just me when I've got all these other subscription services that are cheaper that I watch more often than Netflix. So for that reason, I went ahead and canceled my Netflix back when they did that, and I couldn't have the rest of my family on there with me. Dark Movies, what's your favorite movie of this year so far? Okay. So, Dark, since you brought up to me yesterday, you messaged me about wanting to know my letterbox. I'm going to see if I can bring it up, and I will just show you my list here on stream and tell you what I've got where. I'm going to try because I'm not signed in on the computer, so this might be harder than I think. See if I can get logged in or not. I think I can. Now, if I can find my lists somewhere on here. I don't know how to see this. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see the screen that I've got. Maybe I'll let you see the screen that I've got. There we go. So I'm going to share that. Is that working? Oh, yeah. I'm getting all my pop-ups and everything here. Okay. How do I get out of that? Well, what in the world? I can't seem to figure out how to get out of this screen. Try this again. Okay. All right. Y'all can tell I'm new to this letterbox thing. I'm not even sure how to find my own list. I know I've got one. There we go. All right. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? I think you are. Awesome. All right. So since you asked, what's your favorite movie this year? You can see right here on number 1, I've got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And I love this movie. I think it was the best of the year. And I'll give you the top 5 for this year I've got so far. Air, Guardians, Dungeons & Dragons, and Tetris. I know these are not the basic top movies most people have on their list, but maybe not necessarily anyway. But those are the 5 that I like the most this year. Not necessarily saying they're the best movies of this year, but I'm saying they're the films that I like the most this year. So that's my list right now. Barbie and even Cocaine Bear is coming in right behind that. So, and to your disappointment, Dark Movies, because I know how much you loved it, Oppenheimer is number 49 out of the 53 movies I've watched so far this year. So I'm sorry for that, but that's just where it is. So yeah, I've got Oppenheimer at 49. All right, let's see how much hate I get for that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and back out of the screen share and get back to our normal screen here. Hey, we've got a few more people joined us since we last looked. We've been going most of the stream without very many, so I appreciate everybody that's joined in and who's with us now. We've just been having some fun for the last 20 minutes or so. I opened up this Bad Batch Wrecker figure right here. Had a lot of fun opening that up on stream. So that's just where we're at. We're just talking about anything random and just celebrating all of you guys for helping grow this channel the way it has. This has been the biggest month of growth we've had on Movie Time Minute, and I hope that continues going forward because it's been a lot of fun. 80s Kid, back. What is your favorite Clone Wars episode? Oh, okay. Favorite Clone Wars episode. That's tough. It's been so long since I've seen this show. I'm trying to think of what some of my favorites were. I am one of those that actually really. I'm going to lose what 4 viewers I have right now, but I'm one that actually really loves Jar Jar. So while most people are skipping the Jar Jar centric episodes of Clone Wars, I'm loving it and watching it. Yeah, see, 2 viewers gone. Uh, I'm loving, I'm loving Jar Jar and those episodes that he were in. So I would say probably one of his episodes because those are my favorites. I just don't know exactly which one I would say. 80s Kid, my favorite movie of this year is Transformer as the Beast. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. I think I had that one. I don't know where I had that one. Well, I'm looking for it. I know I've got it on my list somewhere. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I've got it number 20. So it's in the top half of this year. So I do have it up higher than what people probably would think I would. House of L, hey man, how's it going? Says hi DJ. Thanks for being here. Congratulations. I appreciate that. I know 150 seems like a small number, but for someone like me who just got started in this and who really in the past month really started taking off and doing a lot more content, doing these live streams and stuff, to get to that number was something, again, I never thought I'd even get to this year. I thought this was going to take years to even get to the triple digit number to 100. So the fact that we got there when we did, even if it was slow growth and slow compared to most other people's thoughts of what it should be, to me, it was fantastic just because I really didn't think anybody have any care about my opinions on anything. So, and maybe you don't. Maybe you just like hanging out to tell me I'm wrong. That's okay too. Cosmic Broadcast says, and hey, Jonah, thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. If given the opportunity, what type of war crime would Jar Jar be capable of committing? What type of war crime? Oh, I mean, are we talking accidental? Because there's a lot of things he could do accidental. um, if you're talking for real, I mean, it just depends on whether or not we believe that Jar Jar is actually a genius Sith Lord or not, which he very well could be working for Darth Sidious the entire time. I could see him getting tired of getting crapped on all the time and turning against his people and maybe joining with the dark side. I'd really like to see that if that were something that could happen. Just because I'd love to see Jar Jar Binks with a red lightsaber taking down Jedi. Like that would be great to me. Dark Movie says, go on your profile. It should be a list tab. Yeah, I'm just not used to it yet. I'll get used to Letterboxd eventually. I'm just not quite there. It says, hi, Jonah. Hi, 80s. House of L, have you been watching Gen V? Yes, I have. I'm absolutely loving Gen V. 4 episodes in now. Thursdays are great television right now between having Gen V and then Loki a little later in the night. Really enjoying Gen V so far. I think it's been a lot of fun. It feels like The Boys, but in college. So a lot of fun there. And that's one I'm going to be watching for every week, and I'm not going to be missing. So Dark Movie says Air and Tetris is amazing. I agree. Those are both in my top 5. Those movies really resonated with me. I enjoyed them a lot. I also said D&D was also really good. That one actually surprised me. I made a trip earlier this year to go to Chicago's C2E2 and went and stayed with my uncle. In fact, House of L, that's who I stayed with up in Michigan City this earlier this year. And while we were there, we went and watched D&D because it opened that weekend. I can't get that bug out of my throat. But we went and watched D&D, and I come out of that theater like, that was my favorite movie of the year. But, I mean, that was in March. So, but that was actually one of the first short videos. Most of my videos at the beginning of this channel were shorts. That was one of the first videos I actually put up on this channel was my D&D reaction. At that time, I thought it was fantastic. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed that movie. And I've rewatched it twice since it came out digital since, and I loved it both times as well. So that movie was a lot of fun to me. Cocaine Bear is amazing. Man, that movie was better than it had any right to be, just based on what it was about. 80s Kid from 90s. Comic Broadcast. I uploaded my video where I answered questions. Yes, he did. He did answer your question as well, Jonah, so make sure you go check that out. It's a great video. And, guys, dark movies, 80s Kid from the 90s, Cosmic Broadcast, even House L Comics. They've all got YouTube channels. Go check every one of them out. Give them a subscribe today. You won't be disappointed in the content you're going to get. Most of them are movie channels. House L, he's done some comic unboxings, things like that, and some like when he's gotten slabs and things like that. So you'd enjoy watching that too, I think. Dark Movies. I was that, and just wait for the reaction for that. Haha, I filmed it yesterday. I'm not sure which one you're talking about there on that one. I'm sure. Maybe you'll emphasize which one you're talking, because that you probably sent that when I was talking about something else. I don't remember what it was now at this point. Dark Movies. Jar Jar is funny. House of L. This year has been disappointment for movies. The only two good ones have been Fast X, Blue Beetle, and Shazam 2. Well, that's three that you mentioned there after saying two good ones, but I see what you're saying. I actually didn't love two of those movies. I thought Shazam 2 was a huge step down from Shazam 1. I can understand why a person would like it, but man, that movie disappointed me so much. And Fast X, it's the Fast and Furious franchise has just gone way beyond in the goofy category to me. I don't know. I enjoyed Fast X. I thought it was a lot better than Fast 9. I thought Fast 9 was a heaping pile of garbage that never should have been on screen. And at least Fast 10 is one I could see myself rewatching again. So I'll give it that. I'll give it its props there. But hey, I'm glad you loved all three of those movies. Blue Beetle, I'm with you. I love Blue Beetle. I did have a Blue Beetle figure out here, but I've moved things around last couple days. I'm not even sure. Oh, he's up here now. Yeah, he's up here. I don't know if you can see him from there or not, but anyway, he's there. 80s Kid, OB, yeah, no, LOL, can't wait for Loki season. Oh, OB, yeah. Loki season 2, episode 2. Yeah, I won't get into spoilers about Loki, but if you saw the trailers, you know that Ki-Hu Kwan is in this season, and he plays a character named OB, or Ouroboros, OB for short. And he's a fantastic character, regardless of whether or not you're liking the MCU shows, or if you like the Loki series, or even if you didn't like the first episode of season 2. OB was a great character and a lot of fun to be a part of, or to be a part of this show. So really enjoyed that. House L Comics, I only have 15, I think. Congratulations. Hey, it's the growth on YouTube is crazy the way it works. And the way they share your videos or don't share your videos, it's really strange. I haven't figured it all out myself, and I don't know that I ever will, because it is another beast entirely. But all I can say is the more consistent you are, it seems like the better you grow and the more they push your videos. So if you put out something every day or every couple days, it really seems like they push them a lot more. Audio quality is a big thing. I've noticed that people really tend to gravitate toward. The video quality doesn't seem like as important, but it's still important. Like this camera here, I don't think is going to work out for me. It just doesn't quite get the lighting down the way I want it. And I'm not sure if it's keeping up with my frame rate quick enough either. So I'm probably going to switch back to my phone. I just hate that because I like having my phone in case something happens. Because when I have my phone sitting up there recording, linked to the computer, well, I can't see the front end. So I don't know if I'm getting messages. I don't know if there's an emergency happening, anything. So I'm trying to find other ways, not using my phone without going and having to spend a ton of money on a camera that I can't afford right now. I mean, this is a very cheap Mac, and it's made a big difference in my quality on my sound already. So I'm sure if I just purchase a halfway decent camera, but I think when it comes to a camera, I'd rather get a little bit better one to start with. And eventually I'm going to get a better mic too, and I'd like to get a mixing board, all that kind of stuff, but it's just going to be a little at a time because honestly, I'm operating at a loss with this YouTube channel with the programs I'm using for thumbnails and for video editing and things like that. So it's not really feasible right now while my wife's taking classes, doing schooling right now, and I've got a 2-year-old child, and we just bought a house and all those type of things. Buying equipment for YouTube that's doing nothing but costing me money is not really feasible to do very much of at once. So, but with that said, 15 is still 15 people that's watching you, listening to you that maybe weren't before, and you've got an audience. So absolutely continue to push that, and hopefully you'll grow a little bit more from there. Hey, skip the 90s. One of my favorite episodes is when Camino is attacked, as well as the one where Maul returns. Yeah, Maul returning. That I hadn't even thought of that. That's definitely right there with one of the best of Clone Wars. Um, yeah, that's a lot of fun. Darth Maul is like the coolest villain ever. So uh, anything with Darth Maul, I'm all for. Dark movies. Gen V is amazing. Haven't seen episode 4, but we'll do it soon. Yeah, I mean, it just dropped yesterday, so I understand if you haven't watched it yet. Episode 4 is a fantastic episode, though. It just continues what's already been a great season, and I highly recommend everybody check that out if you get a chance. Hey, it's Kid Maul. I've been waiting for you, Kenobi. I'm not sure I've made your acquaintance. Yeah, well, he made an acquaintance with his lightsaber. Dark movies. My reaction to your letterbox account and that list with Oppenheimer. Yeah, I know, Ben. I know you love Oppenheimer, and I didn't, but that's the great thing about movies is they hit everybody differently, and that's just the way it was with me. House of L. Jason was awesome in that movie. Jason. Oh, Jason Momoa in Fast X. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, that was one of the saving graces for that movie, and the fact that they didn't quite get as goofy as they did the previous movie with the stunts they were doing. I mean, it was still goofy, but it wasn't like the same level of like, really, you think I'm gonna believe that's happening? So I did like that about Fast 10 or Fast X, and Jason Momoa was fantastic. He is getting the more roles he does, it seems like he just gets better every role he does. Some of his earlier work I didn't like as much. Even his stint as Conan, um, I didn't love a whole lot. But as he's going on, he's getting better and better. And that's actually one of the things I am looking forward to with this new Aquaman movie because even though I really love that first one, I thought his acting was not quite up to par what it should be for leading a movie like that. And I think he could do that with this one, assuming the writing is okay for this movie. But even if it is great, I still think this movie's going to bomb. We need this reboot to get here quick. So that's just where I am on that. Ace came from the 90s. If Maul and Kenobi were in school, who would be who? um, if Maul and Kenobi were in school, who would be who? I'm not sure what you mean there. Reiterate what you're meaning on that question, bud, if you don't care. Uh, I'm just curious. Are you talking about like who's the bully? Who's the like? I don't know what you're meaning by that question. House of L. Jason was the best part of the movie. Yeah, I agree. He was. Um, I think my problem with that Fast franchise, other than the silliness, which I come to expect because that's what those movies just have become. Uh, I'm getting a little tired of Vin Diesel's character in them. It just seems like he's the same every movie we watch, and he's had no growth to his character. His personality is a little stale. So yeah, having someone like Jason that just went crazy in there. I mean, this was like the equivalent of Heath Ledger's Joker to me for Jason Momoa as this character in Fast 10. So yeah, I agree with you there. All right. Questions have slid down or slowed down a little bit. Let me get a drink real quick. And if you guys got anything else, we'll answer a few more. And if it don't really pick up from there, we'll go ahead and just end this stream. We've gone a little while now, so that'll be just fine. If I can get this thing open. Oh, all right. Dark Movie says, "Oh, gee, I didn't like Fast X." Haha. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I had it real high up in my ranking, but I didn't think it was just a hot mess either. I mean, I've got it ranked number 40 out of the 53 movies from this year I've seen. So obviously, I didn't think it was the worst movie of the year, but it is in the bottom 2/3, I'd say. So that's where that is. There were parts like House of L mentioned with uh, Jason Momoa that I did like with that character. But yeah, the movie overall, I didn't think was a top half movie of the year or anything. The 80s kid from the 90s, is Maul the bully or nerd? Is Kenobi the cool guy, a teacher's pet, or is he a jerk? Um, Kenobi's the one everybody wants to hang out with. Everybody loves Kenobi. Like he's the guy that makes friends with everybody from the preps to the popular people to the people that nobody talks to. You know, he's the guy that makes friends with all of them. So, um, yeah, I think that's where Kenobi would be. Darth Maul, he's the show off. I mean, who else shows up with a double sided lightsaber in Star Wars? Like, yeah, you're showing off at that point, dude. So that's who Maul is. I don't think he's a bully or anything, or definitely not a nerd. I don't think, but he's definitely the show off, the jock character, if you will. You know, the sports guy. House of L. Did you see the Will Jack Supergirl coming out October 31st? Will Jack Supergirl. All right, let me take a minute and see exactly what you're talking about here. All right. Oh, you're talking actual comic. Man, I'm okay. I'm still in movie mode, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about it. No, I had not seen, but oh my gosh, I love that cover. Let me show you guys what he's talking about here. Share screen. There we go. Yeah, so here's what he's referring to. This looks really cool. Let's say $50. A 2-pack. Okay. Of course, I'm on Eastside Comics right now, but yeah, that's a really nice cover. Good variant. I don't know much about this. Yeah, I'll have to look more into that after the stream, but yeah, that's really cool. I like that. All right. What else we got? And that comes out October 31st, so I'll have to keep my eye out for it. Oh, he's saying a regular print. Let's see. Do I have the wrong? See if I can go back and find a. Let's just look at images. Okay. Let's see if I can share this with you now. I think this might have the right one in it. Let's see. Is this here? This number one, this first one, I assume is the regular. The other one's a variant that I looked at a minute ago on the east side. Must be. Yeah, this looks like more the number one variant. Oh no, that says variant cover. Is that okay? Maybe this is the one you're talking about. I'm not sure. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, it looks cool though. What I see of that, so I'll look more into that later and give you my thoughts on it later. He said yes. So okay, cool. Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know what it's about. I've not been keeping up with what's going on with it here recently. So if I do get that or go get ready to read that or check that out, I'll have to catch up. Dark movies. Are you excited for Totally Killer, and or are you going to watch it? Man, you guys are throwing in ones I'm not even sure. Totally Killer. I've heard of the Killers, but I don't know about Totally Killer. Oh, I see. IMDb shows this is. Oh, is this another horror movie? Man, dark movies, you are killing me with these horror movies. Okay. Let's add this one to stage. Let you guys see what he's talking about here. I'm not going to show the trailer here, but infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years after his first murder spree to claim another victim. 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back in time to 87, determined to stop the killer before he can start. Now, that's an interesting premise. Got Kiernan Shipka, Olivia Holt, Charlie Gillespie. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'll have to watch the trailer later. So I've not heard of this yet, but the premise there, that sounds interesting. So I will have to look more into that. I appreciate you for putting that to my attention. Dark movies, thank you for that. House of L, what do you think about Yellowstone? I am not a fan of the Yellowstone series. Now, I say that I've only watched maybe half of the first season, and it was boring me to death, so I just quit watching it. I cared nothing about it, and now knowing the way it kind of is ending and the story behind some of the stuff that's going on with that, I don't know that I'll ever get on board and try it again. So, unfortunately, I've heard it's a great show. I know a lot of people that love that show. I just never got into it, and I'm not sure that it's one that I'll get back to or not. That makes sense. These kids says, is Palpatine the principal or counselor? Oh man, if Palpatine's a counselor, we got problems. Everybody's got to turn into it. Well, I mean, maybe he is the counselor. I mean, he was giving Anakin life advice, wasn't he? And wound up converting him to the dark side. So I guess that would make sense for his character. House of L, the foil is awesome. No irregular print. Yeah, and then I think we found the one he might have been referring to. I am going to look more into that a little later. 80s kid from the 90s. Dooku sounds like a teacher that has no respect for Anakin. Okay, still doing the. So we're on the school thing still. Yeah, that's absolutely. I don't know if Dooku's a teacher. Maybe the gym teacher. Make Dooku the gym teacher. House of L. Will Jack is an up and coming artist. I'm gonna have to look at more of his stuff because that Supergirl stuff there was pretty cool. I like that. Dark movies came out today on Prime. Okay, talking about the Gen V. Oh no, you're talking about the movie you just mentioned to me. Okay, well I may have to look at that. Hey man, wife and I are having a movie night together tonight. Kiddo's gone to my grandmother's for the night tonight, so that sounds like that'd be a good one for me and her to watch together tonight. Something a little bit different. So, thanks for putting that in my attention. I may have to check that out today. It's a horror comedy. Okay, yeah, that sounds right up our alley. Me for the comedy and her for the horror. So, dark movies. It's basically a girl that travels back in time. Yeah. House of L, are you going to see Toxic Avenger? So I am interested in this. I may go watch it in theaters. I don't know if I'll get a chance to see it in theaters when it comes out or not. But hey, it's got Peter Dinklage, and I'm a shield for Peter Dinklage, man. I'll watch anything he's in, even when it's not necessarily a great movie, uh, like Pixels or even Cyrano to an extent had its decent moments, but overall, I don't know that it was a great movie. But if it's got Peter Dinklage, I'm going to watch it anyway because no matter how good or bad the movie is, he's always going to give a good performance. Ain't that right, BB-8? That's right. All right. View with Drew. Hey, everybody, what's up? What's going on? Thanks for joining the stream. Again, for all of y'all that come in a little bit later, this is just a stream saying thank you to all of the 150 subscribers we've gotten here on this channel. I appreciate every one of you. You guys have been fantastic. It's been a great month for this channel, and you are all to thank for that. House L, sorry, I misspelled it. No, I got what you were saying. No problem at all. Dark Movie says, always trying to spread the horror movies. Haha, horror for everyone. I know you are. And that's a great plug for me to talk about next Friday, 1 week from today. What time did we decide on that, Dark Movies? Was that 10 a.m. my time, 11 a.m. Eastern, and then like 8 p.m. your time? Is that what it was going to be? So I think it's 10 Central, 11 Eastern, I think is what we decided on for that. So we're going to be getting together, and I'll let you guys know for sure as it gets a little closer to the time. So I think that's what we had decided. But we're going to be getting together on Friday the 13th next week during the day and discussing our top 10 or so, and Dark may have even more. It's going to be hard for me to come up with 10 favorites since I'm not a horror movie guy per se. But we're going to talk about horror movies on Friday the 13th next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys all join us for that. And he'll be right here on my channel talking, so that'll be a lot of fun. 80s kid from the 90s, Captain Rex is the coach. Oh, okay, Captain Rex. Yeah, I guess that would work too. Who is Padme at the school? Padme's the cheerleader, right? Come on, Annie! Woo! All right. Dark movies. I really hope it comes out in theaters and it'll be an age 15 or something, not 18, because then I can't watch it in theaters. Yeah, man, you've got to be getting close to that, right? You look older than 18. I can't believe you're not 18 yet. Just knowing your stuff you've done. So, uh, and it's really unfortunate that your country don't allow you to go into the movies, um, even with a parent saying it's okay or something like that. That's unfortunate because uh, I know you would enjoy getting to go see those. So. Dark Movies View, what's up? House of L says Peter F up the Snow White movie. Um, I actually think that Snow White movie is going to be good. I know it's getting a lot of hate and a lot of people putting down about it, but Rachel Zegler is a phenomenal actress, and I think Gal playing the evil queen. I think it's going to be fine. I don't mind that they're mixing up and changing up the Seven Dwarves. I know a lot of people are up in arms about it, but I think it's going to be good. I say just give it a chance. Let's at least wait for a trailer to drop before we make assumptions about the movie. You know what I'm saying? 80s Kid Sabine is an art class. Okay. Dark Movies, 10 a.m. for you. It's 5 p.m. for me. Okay, so that's what it was. So 10 a.m. Central, so 11 a.m. Eastern, depending on where you're at. And yeah, he's in like Norway, so it's definitely a different time for him. But that's why we're doing it then, because I'm off on Fridays anyway, so it works out for me to be able to do an earlier in the day stream, and then he can be there, and it's maybe a decent time for him too. And I pick up my kid at 4 my time, so I need to make sure I get this done, get it all uploaded and all that stuff after the stream's over, and still have time to get ready to go get my kid picked up from daycare. So I want to make sure I'm early enough in the day for me for that if we're going to do it that way. So yeah, come back next Friday when we do that stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very Friday the 13th themed, doing that on that day, talking horror movies. 80s Kid from the 90s. Ezra is the class clown. Okay. See, I don't know enough about Ezra to be able to tell much on that. Dark Movies. I might have 100. I don't know. Oh man, what were we talking about? Oh, you might have. You're talking about horror movies instead of the 10. Yeah, yeah. I got you. I don't doubt you do. At some point, I'm going to cut you off though when you're talking horror movies. But no, I understand. I know you. That's your genre, man. I can't wait to have you on next week on this stream with me. Dark Movies. I'm turning 16 in November. Haha, 2 years until. Man, that is crazy. I be honest. The first time I started seeing your videos, Dark, I was thinking you had to at least be 20, 21 years old or something. So, yeah, you look a lot older than what you are. That's for sure. Dark Movies. I've been mistaken for a 20-year-old. Yeah, I can see why. I get it. It helps having that facial hair too, don't it? 80s Kid from the 90s. Who is Savage Oppress at school? Who is Savage? I know that character, but I'm not putting in my head who that is. So you might have to describe him a little bit for me. I'm not as big of a I love Star Wars, but I'm not as big on all the lore and the different characters as you are, man. And if that was a character from Clone Wars, I don't remember half the character names from that. And it's been a while since I've seen it. Dark Movie Snow White. My prediction is going to be a decent at least. Yeah, I think it's going to be. I'm not sure why there's so much hate on that movie. I mean, I see some of the reasons there's hate on that movie, and I think that's ignorant to hate on it for that reason. But even so, like to think it's going to be a bad movie because of those things, I just don't see it. I've liked. I mean, I've liked a lot of the theatrical released Disney live adaptations, probably a lot more than other people. So that may be a bias I've got for that, just because I actually do enjoy those movies. 80s Kid from the 90s. I'll be back shortly. My phone's almost dead. No problem, man. This has actually gone a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought this would be a 10-minute stream and over because I didn't think anybody'd be here last minute coming into this, I guess. So, House of L Comics. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know he's talking about Snow White. I know you're not excited for that movie. I know you have problems with it, bud. And that's perfectly fine. That's fine. That's fine. all film is subjective, and it's not going to hit, and everybody's not going to enjoy it like others will. So, House of L Comics, the best horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, that's not a bad one. I will say, of all the older horror movies that I've gone back and watched recently, that one holds up better than a lot of them. Because I don't think the original Halloween movie holds up. I don't think Exorcist holds up. Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't hold up. A lot of them don't. I don't even the first Friday the 13th. I don't think is that good anymore. Looking back at it, so Nightmare on Elm is one that actually still is an enjoyable scary movie when you go to watch it, and it don't just seem super goofy. It actually still gives you some fear when you're watching it. So, Carrie Crape Cinema, congrats on 150. Thank you very much for that, and thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. Again, I thought this was gonna be a 10-minute stream. Just thanking you guys for getting to 150. So I appreciate that it's gone as long as it has, and I've got as many of you in here as I do. If you missed it toward the beginning, I did open up this Bad Batch Wrecker series or Black Series figure for Star Wars on stream earlier. I know the lighting's not great, so it was probably hard to see some of it, but had a lot of fun opening that. So thank you guys for being a part of that when we were doing that. 80s Kid from 90s, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? So I go back and forth on Jim Carrey movies, whether it's something like Dumb and Dumber, but then at the same time, I like watching some of his more serious stuff. The Truman Show is one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. Honestly, one of my favorite comedies is one that don't get talked about enough, and it's one from not as long ago, and that was Yes Man. I really enjoyed Yes Man. I think it's a great movie, and it's got a lot of heart to it. I do know a lot of people really love Liar Liar, and I think because of Jim Carrey, I enjoyed that movie. I'm not sure that story was one that really works without Jim Carrey in it. Of course, the Ace Ventura movies are great. I even liked that movie he did, the number 23. I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but it was not bad. He did that movie with Ian McGregor, I Love You, Philip Morris. That was a very underrated movie, in my opinion. He's had a lot of good things come out. Of course, Eternal. Eternal Sunshine, whatever that title of that movie was, it's a little bit longer of a name. That was a great movie of his. Some award consideration for that one and stuff. So he's had some good work. Oh, and Sonic the Hedgehog, like that movie doesn't work without Jim Carrey either. I don't think he was fantastic in that. Recently. Ace Kid from 90s, Savage is Maul's brother. Okay, yes, I do know who you're talking about then. I just didn't know his name. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's probably the bully of the school right there. Dark movies. Maybe I can sneak into a movie or clubs because I look older. You might can get away with it, bud. You very well could. Dark movies. Honestly, I'll wait until a trailer drops for Snow White until I judge it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like looking at casting and things like that is one thing. Studio, looking at that, if you don't think it'll be good because of the studio, that's another. But honestly, give the trailer at least a shot before you put the movie down. That's all I'm saying with that. And if the movie turns out bad, hey, I'll be the first to jump on here and tell you this movie didn't work. But House of L says Snow White will bomb because they're taking a character out that needs to be there. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to give it a chance. Dark movies. Fun fact, I fell asleep while watching the first, second, and third Nightmare on Elm Street movies. That's unfortunate. I do say I didn't like the second and third as much as the first one. But yeah, I got you. Dark movies probably not the best one to fall asleep in. Yeah, that one, I know it gave me nightmares. So, View with Drew, dark movies, not much, doing good. Just talking to each other there. Love to see it. House of L says Little Mermaid was okay, but was still bad, but not because of the actress. She was okay. The fish and bird were the bad thing in it. Oh man, are you talking the look of them or the voice acting? Because I thought Aquafina was fantastic, and I love that song Scuttlebutt. Like that was great, and my kid's been dancing to that ever since. So I actually have Little Mermaid as my number 8 best movie of this year. Like I loved Little Mermaid. I think it was fantastic. I think it's probably my favorite of the Disney live action adaptations. That's just me. Halle Bailey was fantastic in that movie as well. Really like that one. Dark movies. Jim Carrey, Sonic. Yeah, and Sonic had some. Had a great voice actor. Well, if I hadn't have tried to think of it, I would have told you right then. Great voice actor. James Marsden being in that, I really like. But yeah, if not for Jim Carrey, man, I don't know that it stays considered my favorite comic book movie adaptation of movies because Jim Carrey was so good in it. Zach Milne, what's up, Zach? Guys, this right here. If you're not subscribed to Zach Milne, go subscribe right now. This guy is one of the inspirations for me, and being on YouTube right now, I wouldn't be here without this guy. Uh, and I mean, me and Jonah made jokes on our Star Wars lightsaber ranking video that he was like our dad because that's how so many of us that are in this community met, was through Zach Milne, and he's tremendous. He does great things for the community. He has the members talk stuff. If you're a member of his channel, that's a lot of fun and really lets us engage with each other and just be a group together. So I really appreciate Zach. Let's see what he has to say. Congratulations, my son. Proud of you. Haha. Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see what all your success unfold. The question is, thank you for those kind words, sir. I appreciate that. My question is, what is your favorite restaurant to take your wife to on date night? We go back and forth. There are some nights when we're feeling Italian and we'll do something as simple as the Olive Garden, because I'm a very picky eater and they have a couple things at that restaurant that I can still eat off the menu that I don't get upset about. I would say, though, Red Lobster is probably one of our favorites to go to. She likes the shrimp dishes, and I love seafood myself. So there's that. And then we have a Longhorn Steakhouse in Jonesboro, near where I live, or I say near, like an hour away from where I live. And we go to that one quite a bit because that's probably my favorite steak in town, which is an argument with a lot of people because there's another steakhouse that we have in town as well that a lot of people like better, but Longhorn's the one that we like to go to the most. So that's where I would say. But we also don't have a lot of options where I live. I mean, the town I'm living in, there's like 3 restaurants, and like 2 of the 3 are Mexican restaurants. So that's like the options we've got. We don't have a lot. We've got to drive an hour to 2 hours away to get to decent restaurants. So it's hard to say there, which is why I cook so much at home, because it's just hard to go out and eat when it's the same things over and over again. 80s kid from the 90s. I'm excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow. I should know what tomorrow is, right? Okay. The View from Drew. Question for everyone. What did you think is the best transformative performance you ever seen where an actor truly disappeared? Ooh, that's good. That's good. I'd have to think about that one a little bit. Let me see if I can think about that and maybe come back to it. I'm curious what other people are saying on it, if anybody else said anything or responded to it. But actor truly disappeared. I'm assuming you like disappear into the role and like you stop thinking about that actor and you're thinking about the role. I mean, I guess I could say, based on my favorite movie, I'm going to say, if that's the direction you're going with that question, I'm going to say Robin Williams and Dead Poets Society. That's my favorite movie, and that is the one movie I'm watching Robin Williams in, and I'm not thinking about Robin Williams. I'm thinking about his character and what that teacher's doing and how he's developing young minds and what he's doing. That it's just fantastic to me. He's not even Robin Williams anymore. He is that teacher. So that, I think that's a performance I would say for that. 80s kid. Hi, Zach. Dark movies. I was glad that Freddie didn't visit me. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. Says, hey, 80s. Everybody's talking. Awesome. YouTubers assemble. Yeah. A lot of us met each other because of Zach Milne, so that's really cool. Dark movies. Yeah. What's up, Zach? Hey, Kitty Sparks. So this guy, let me tell you about Kitty Sparks. If you're not subscribed to anybody else in this group, and you need to be subscribed to all these guys right here: Zach Milne, Dark Movies, 80s Kid, View with Drew, House of L, all these guys need to be. Carrie was up there a second ago. All these guys need to be subscribed to. Go check out Kitty Sparks. If you're a fan of this channel and a fan of watching me do these streams and my videos and stuff, then you need to be a fan of Kitty, because I wouldn't have the success I've had this month with you guys and doing this stuff if not for Kitty Sparks. This guy has quickly become one of my best friends, not just on YouTube, but as a person. We're talking constantly and chatting all the time. And I'm going to cry here talking about it. But man, Kenny has meant so much to me this last month and a half, 2 months, with the growth of my channel and for helping me just stay sane. And I appreciate you so much, Ken. You're the man, and thank you for being on the stream. Yeah, we're happy to. I'm happy to have gotten to know you through this. So excited for all the things we're going to do in the future here. House of L, both OG. Really, that song was the worst. Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like Scuttlebutt, but man, I laughed. I had so much fun with Scuttlebutt. I've got it on one of my main playlists right now, and when it comes on, I'm just dancing along. Ken says 150. Yeah, we get to 150, and this time we seem to be holding there. So that's why I went ahead and made this video today. I wanted to make sure I got on here and thanked everybody for this, because this is phenomenal to me. I'm very happy to be at this point. Dark says Zach is the YouTube dad. Haha, yeah, he sure is. Cosmic Broadcast DJ is Zach's biological son. I'm the adopted one. You're definitely adopted, Jonah. I'm sorry, but we figured it out when we found out that both me and Zach Milne like in sync, that I'm definitely his real son. So it's we're gonna make it official. Dark movies, haha. 80s kid, my birthday. It's today your birthday? 27, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So happy birthday to 80s kid from the 90s. Hope you have a great birthday. I didn't look to see on your poll which song you wound up deciding on going with, but I know it was between the last two were what? There was a Prince song on there, and there was a Rihanna song, I think, were the last two songs that you had narrowed down to. So let us know what you wound up going with on that. I'm curious to know. How the hell DJ doesn't eat green things? That is mostly true. There are a couple of green things I'll eat. And some that I'll eat now that I didn't used to. Like I'll eat green beans, I'll eat broccoli and sweet peas and fried okra. And that's four things. Look, I got four green things that I'll eat. There's not much else. I'm just, I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat a lot of things outside of meat and potatoes. So that's just a problem that I've got. Ken says Leonardo DiCaprio as Calvin Candy. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think what you're talking about there, but yeah, that's a great performance. And he also says Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles. Ooh, I hadn't even thought of that one when I was thinking of those. Yeah, absolutely. That was great too. Thanks for bringing that one up. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna read through these comments, and I've only got about 5 minutes or so, and I'm gonna have to jump off because I got to start dinner for the wife. I never even got my so doing this. What I should have been doing today was editing my videos to get put out, but I guess I'm just gonna stay up tonight and do that stuff because I decided to do this live stream instead right now, and I didn't finish my videos. That's okay. I'm having fun. This has been fun, so I don't mind. But I am gonna have to get off a little bit because my wife's gonna be off work, and I'm gonna need to get dinner going for her when she gets home, because I've been home all day. I ought to be cooking for her when she comes in the door. So I actually think I'm gonna grill some pork chops. So that'll be fun. Screens in, Jason Screens in. Thank you so much. You guys go subscribe to his channel as well. Another one of the movie tubers, great guy. You won't be disappointed. He has some excellent content, some great editing skills. Really great. Congrats, 150. Yeah, he hit his 150 subs like last month or month before as well. And I'm excited to see where his channel continues to go, because he is so much better than me. and before long, he's going to have me like triple the numbers, and I'm not going to even be upset about it because that's how good this guy is. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Dark movies, Chris Pratt as Mario Brothers. Just kidding. I didn't. Yeah, there's a there's an acting choice that definitely transcended acting right there. Oh boy, that's funny. View Drew says, I think Rami Malek's performance as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody was definitively transformation. I didn't recognize him at all because he became Freddie Mercury. That's a good choice. And I mean, he won an Oscar for it, so there's some validation right there to you. Ken says Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump. Another good one. House of L, guy that played Elvis in the last movie. So the Elvis movie, it stayed like my top movie of last year for a big chunk of the year. It just got overtaken by a couple other movies at the end of the year. But man, Austin Butler was so good in that role. If I would have said he was the best performance of last year, if not for Brendan Fraser playing in the Whale, and how much that movie shook me to the core. So, um, and that would be another one. Brendan Fraser. I can't think of his character's name in the Whale, but man, that was good too. But yeah, Austin Butler as Elvis was fantastic, especially since his regular look I don't think is that close to Elvis, and the fact that I believed he was Elvis watching that movie, that's something special. Dark movies, Ken. That's a good one. Forrest Gump. Yeah, I agree. Ken says Will Smith as Ali. Yeah, that was a good one too. Will Smith as Ali. Yeah, that's good. Would you also walk in as Johnny Cash and walk the line? Taron Egerton, Rocket Man were transformative. Yeah, and I think you see that with a lot of these where an actor is playing um, a historical figure like that. Even Will Smith a couple years ago as King Richard, as the Williams father. Uh, Fantastic like that. You don't see Will Smith when you look at that character. You see him. So that's good. Ken, much love to you. Hey, much love to you too, bud. I appreciate you. View of Drew, but I do agree with Kenny that Jamie Foxx for Charles was transformative. Okay. 80s kid, 90s tomorrow. Oh, that's what you're saying is tomorrow. It's your birthday. So happy birthday tomorrow then. Yeah, you bet. You bet. 80s kid from 90s Prince. All right. That's oh, that was one of your two choices. Yeah, that's the one that wound up winning. Awesome. Ken, John Travolta as Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage as John Travolta. Good choice there. 80s kid, make your own kind of music. Kid says DJ is wild. Ken, I have a couch you can borrow, bro. Thanks for that. Dark movie says Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. Okay. I mean, sure. Silent, are you? Yeah, I'm gonna skip through some of those. Yeah, you can comment anything. I don't want to get too personal with you guys on this stuff. But just to go, I do have a wife and a family and stuff, and uh, that's about as personal as I'll get for some of those kind of things. So, anyway, all right, I'll give you guys just a couple more seconds. Any last second questions if you guys have before I jump off of here. But say before I go again, thank you guys so much for um, being a part of this live stream and for being a part of this channel. I appreciate every one of you. I didn't expect this to be an over hour live stream. I really thought this was going to be like a 10-15 minute thing. Me just telling you guys, uh, thank you for subbing. I went ahead and opened up this figure again on stream at the beginning of this. If you want to go back and watch that, that was fun. I think it was mainly just 80s kid in here with me during that part of it, which works out because he's the Star Wars figure guy. So getting to open up Wrecker here for that was really cool. So I appreciate you guys being here for all that and those type of things. Let's see, you got a couple more. They block them. We'll give a minute and see what happens here. Dark movie, not a question, but I have an amazing rest of your night or day. I still have no sense of time. Yeah. So right now it's 5:30 my time, which means my wife is getting off work right now. So I am gonna go ahead and finish up this stream and call it a day. And you guys look forward the next, maybe by tonight sometime, but especially by tomorrow, I'm at least going to have up my Does It Hold Up review for this week. And you guys did vote, and it wound up being The Fox and the Hound, classic animated Disney movie from 1981. Most of you've probably seen that movie. I'm going to do a review and tell you whether or not that movie holds up or not. And that's coming this weekend, probably tomorrow. And then at some point too, I've got another fun one. I actually doing a review. I've already filmed the review for Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. maybe that's goofy for me to review, but I had so much fun with that movie. I want to give you guys a review for it, just because I don't have enough kids movies reviews on this channel anyway. So I'm going to put that up this weekend as well. Hopefully get a couple short things. I want to do a short review for the short movie, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, because I had a lot of fun with that movie as well, Wes Anderson film. So look for some of those things this weekend. I'm going to do another live stream on Sunday night. We're going to talk movie news, but we're also going to do the first in the series during that movie news live stream, where I'm going to give you the best years in movies. And for the first one I'm going to do, it's going to be from 2008, because that's one of my favorite years in movies. And then and we're going to do that once a month. And I think next month we may do 1994. 94? Ken could tell me if that's right or not. But anyway, so look forward to some of those coming up. Every Sunday night we're doing live streams talking movie news and those type of things. So join us then, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And this next week I've got a lot of things lined up to do. So be watching the channel for some of those that are coming. Thank you again, everybody, for checking out this video. If I didn't get time to get to some of your comments at the end, I'm sorry, but I've got to go, so I got to go make dinner. So we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for joining. Thank you again for the 150 subs, and we'll see you guys next time on Movie Time Minute.